So here's another reason that I think black cars probably aren't. No, I like black cars. Don't get me wrong. I think they're great looking, but this is why, when it comes to promotion-wise,
you're talking about trying to get sponsors. I'm talking about going fast, and if I'm fast enough, they're going to give me money.
Okay, you're right. You're right in that sense. If you're that fast, like Scott Bloomquist, anybody else, you don't have to worry about what color your car is. But if you want to stand out and promote your sponsors, this is another reason why black shouldn't be your primary color. Okay. They don't photograph well.
No, they don't.
Especially at night.
Unless you're up against the wall throwing sparks, and then she's pretty. Then she's pretty.
I mean, here's the thing. And I know exactly what picture you're talking about. You're talking about Rob Maya. Okay, but in that
he's
picture,
doing everything according to you wrong.
No. I'm not saying
with the neon lettering and the flat black car.
Okay, so think about that picture, though. There's two things in that picture you see.
37 and the
sparks
and the JNS farm.
You see the 37 on the door, and you see the sparks coming off the right rear. You don't see the car. You don't even see the sponsor.
And you know what's best? If you're a competitor, you're on the track, you don't see that car passing you either.
Well, I'll disagree with that, but
it blends
I just
right
think
in.
photograph-wise, you want to do something that's going to pop. You want to do something that's going to stand out. We're going to talk more about that. Bright colors do attract more attention. That's just the way it is. And perfect example was when we were having this conversation today. I sent out a picture of a modified race from down in California. There's two black modifieds on the track and Robbie Sawyer. Robbie Sawyer's car is what colors? White, fluorescent orange, and blue. The two cars in the background are black. You don't even notice they're there.
But he pops.
White wheels.
But what do you see? You see the white car of Robbie Sawyer. You see that color combination that pops. And
you see it all jacked up coming through that corner.
And you see his sponsors all over the car, don't you? Another reason, another deal not to do, okay? And this isn't just for scoring purposes. Reflective graphics, that holographic reflective glow in the dark type deal graphics, stay away from that. They look cool.
Are you talking about like Bryson's reflective 13?
No. I'm talking about like when you, and this is what I mean when I say reflective. You know that stuff you see on street signs when you see a photographer take a picture? And the car looks great on the track, and then the picture goes off, and the flash hits the car, and all you see is a couple reflective stripes and a number.
Yep.
You don't even see the car or anything else around it in the picture, or the sponsors on the car.
Unless the sponsor's name ends up.
Which most of the time they're not.
Yeah.
Okay. Reflective, it might look good sitting there, not good in photographs, not good when you're trying to promote your sponsors. Joey Kennan says, I can't get sponsors, so I'm good. Joey Kennan says, Corey hates green, too.
Yeah, he does.
I am not a fan of green.
Yeah, that's your superstition side, where you say luck doesn't matter anyway.
Well, we're just trying to maximize exposure for your sponsors, opportunities. Reflective is not a way to do it. Black is not a way to do it, especially at night.
Unless you do it right.
Well, and that's hard to do with a black car.
Yeah, you'll see.
Let's talk about some other things to maximize opportunities for your car, for your team, for your sponsors.
I can jump on this one.
Okay. You can understand this, where I'm coming from right here.
Mm-hmm.
Get your crew together and talk to them. Talk to your crew about awareness, who's around you, where you're at. Okay?
Check 6.
Check 6, right? We talked about that. And be savvy. Be savvy with what's going on around you. Who's around you, photographers, newspaper writers, any of that stuff. I'm going to tell you something right now, guys, and I've had to throw away a lot of pictures that we take in the pit area this year because plumber's crack kills great photos of pit area action.
Yep.
We're not going to take a picture of a crew working on the car. One guy's bent over changing a wheel or trying to pull out a side, or he's under the car and half his butt's hanging out. We're not going to post that picture. That it might have been a great photo, but what are people going to see? They're not going to see your car. They're not going to see the sponsors on it. They're going to see your crew chief's ass hanging out. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. Talk to these guys. I'll tell you, we've taken a lot of pictures and deleted them and didn't get posted this year. And that's unfortunate for some cars.
You know, the thing is, you really don't understand, or you don't know all the time of who might be that potential sponsor walking through the pits.
That's why I'm saying.
That you don't know, and he's dressed incognito. He doesn't have his jacket on that says, Slick Willie Motor Oil or something, one of the biggest sponsors in the whole deal, but yet you can't see him.
You never know.
But then you have a crew over there that looks good. They're dressed good. They act nice. They got their stuff together. And they can see that, the way that they're moving, the way they're working together, the way they're talking.
This is where Dom says it's a dirt track.
Well, right, yeah. But
you can still be a nice crew.
You don't have to be professional to look professional. This is what I'm telling you. When I crewed for Don Irely way back, one of my heroes growing up, when I crewed for him on his team, and the whole team was required to wear black pants, and we had to wear our Pennzoil shirts. Okay, that was required.
Yep.
Okay. I'll tell you right now, we were the best-dressed team at the racetrack. People liked Don Irely because, number one, his car always looked beautiful, and number two, his crew looked like something that just rolled in from the World 100. You know what I mean? That stuff stands out. That's how you get sponsors. If you look like the guy that's got the high money and you look like the guy that's got the sponsors, that's going to attract more sponsors. Where do guys want to go? They want to go to the guys
in the winner's circle.
Well, okay.
But
they also want to go on the guys that get the attention.
And I'm going to get attention with W's.
Okay.
I'm building the car to beat you.
So the whole point was just, be savvy, be aware, take a little pride in your team, get some team shirts.
Be professional.
Be professional. You don't have to be professional to look professional.
Nope.
It's going to help you gain sponsors. It's going to help you keep sponsors, especially in photographs when you send them to them. Okay? And I'm talking about even things like the pit crews that we do, or a photographer walking by in the hot pit. You come in to change a flat tire during the main, and the photographer a photographer standing there clicking pictures. Do you think he's going to put that picture out if your guy's got half his pants are hanging off his butt? You know what I mean? It's not going to get. You're not going to. That photo's garbage. Use those photographers as a valuable resource to promote your sponsors. Take advantage of that. It doesn't cost you anything. That's free advertising. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Use that. And this is what I say. If you see something, say something. If you're in the pit area and you see somebody walking around with a camera, or you see a new photographer or somebody wearing a shirt that's got a camera, a professional shirt that's got a camera, say something. Introduce yourself.
Exactly.
Introduce yourself, okay? Whether it's a new photographer at the track, even the track announcer, you want to get with these guys and develop a relationship. Because those guys are going to come back and talk to you. Those guys are going to take pictures of your car. They're going to post them online. They're going to promote your team for you without you spending a dime.
Or talk about you on the mic.
Yep.
Develop those friendships. Develop those relationships. Keep them updated on your sponsors. You get a new sponsor. Hey, and there's a lot of guys at Willamette that are really good at this. I'll walk through. You guys have seen it. Hey, I got a new sponsor. Can you mention them here? Write this down. And we do. You got to be proactive. Take care of your sponsors because they're taking care of you. You know what I mean? If you see a new photographer or, somebody you don't recognize with the camera, ask them who they shoot for. Hey, are you shooting for a magazine or a newspaper? Ask them. Get proactive. And I think this is a good idea. Are you looking for any particular shot? Are you looking for anything that we can help with? Do you want my crew over here looking like they're changing the tire? Do you want? What are you looking for? We'll help. Yeah. We'll volunteer for that.
We'll pose.
Absolutely. Yeah, pose. Absolutely. Do it. I mean, people can't tell in a photograph whether it's real action or if it's just, like you said, if it's a pose. But they're going to see that car and those sponsors, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that kind of goes back to that one comment I make when we was discussing this earlier. And my quote or my post was, if you want to stand out, don't blend in.
Right.
If you're going to stand back in the crowd, nobody's going to notice you. Mm-hmm. But if you come forward and promote yourself and come up and say, hey, my name's Ed, how are you? I drive the number 00 car.
Right.
And I'm new to the track, never been here before. And, if you'd like to take some photos, we'll be glad for you to come over and, look
or
yeah.
You could say, my name's Ed. I drive the 00 Slick Willie's racing oil machine.
That's right.
How can we help you in some pictures?
Yeah.
Put that out there because now you got that sponsor that guys will go, whoa, wait a second.
Yep.
This guy sounds, at least you sound like you're in the upper
That's
level.
That's
right. Always take advantage to promote those deals, those sponsors. Everybody helping you out. That's what they're there for. That's why they're giving you money. There's ways to do it, to be proactive, to take advantage of the guys around you with cameras and microphones and phones, taking pictures of your car and posting that stuff online, sending them out to newspapers, whatever the case may be. That doesn't cost anything but being proactive and a little bit of your time.
Well, that happened to me. You know, after a lot of the drivers found out I was doing the Moxie Cam.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd been over there before I started flying the Moxie Cam, and I was just Ed. You know, now that I drove the Moxie Cam, they come, hey Ed, how you doing, man?
Right.
You got any good video?
Right.
If I'm out there, could you get some good video of me tonight? I said, well, I'll do my best. Always.
Right. Absolutely. Joey says painting the car hot pink. Joey Cannon. Joey Cannon says he's painting the car hot pink. Joey, you will stand out. Put some bright silver numbers on that sucker. I'll tell you what, you're gonna be the guy catching everybody's eye. It's just little things like that we've kind of talked about. You know, how to promote your team other than winning, which is the best way. I mean, that's how you get recognized a lot. Parking that thing in victory lane and talking about your sponsors, but if you're not the guy that's winning every race, you could still look like you're the guy winning every race with number one, a professional-looking car, a team that's in some type of uniform, whether it's just the T-shirts with your team name on it, something that gets those people's eyes.
And another thing, too, this goes back to Saturday night, be a gracious loser.
That will go a long ways. I didn't want to touch that deal that we talked about.
I wanted to say something about
No,
that.
and I'm glad. I'm glad because you know what? We might as well, since we've talked about, this whole sponsorship thing and promoting your team. Talk to the people around. There's another side to that.
The fans.
The fans are people associated with your race team.
Your family.
Right. Talk with them because they represent you.
Exactly.
On the other side of the fence, okay? And you guys know what I'm referring to. And I'm not going to say any names.
Mm-mm.
I'm just going to give an instance. We've seen poor sportsmanship from drivers, from car owners, and we've seen it from fans. Okay, we saw some of that Saturday night, and I can't tell you. Disappointed is the word.
Disgusted.
Disgusted.
Yep.
I can't tell you how it truly was disgusting. Number one, to see a young man like McLean win at 12 years old, and to see some fans in the stands flipping the bird and yelling obscenities. I thought there are people looking at you, and you're going to act like that towards a first-time winner.
12 years old.
That is 12 years old.
Yes.
Come on, guys. We're better than that.
It's kind of like Jeff Gordon in Talladega. He got undulated with Budweiser cans from the fans that come out and hit his car on the track. That was totally uncalled for.
That's just out of line. There's no place for that. Drivers have to have their respect for each other. Fans have to hold they've got to have a responsibility too. There's things taking fandom too far.
Well, you can look down in the fans. We see it from the tower.
Yeah.
You see fans down there and say car number 12 goes by. 25 people stand up. Yeah,
they're waving him on and cheering, and he might be in last.
So that draws attention to your car.
Sure.
A lot of attention to your car because next time you come around, people's going to go, well, they was rooting for 12. What's he doing?
Right.
I'm going to watch him down the back straight. Oh, wait. Oh, he is pretty good. Mm-hmm. I've never seen that car before, but yet you've seen it because of the reaction.
But then there's that other side where
that's right.
You've got fans acting in a way that is clearly inappropriate.
Exactly.
And there's no excuse for it. You can't say, "Oh, I had a little too much to drink," or there's just no excuse for. I don't care if the winner was 12 or 84.
True.
That conduct yourselves in a we're here to have fun. We're here to have a good time. We don't need to be flipping off people that are winning races and yelling obscenities and F you and it's just there's no place for it.
Nope. And there's kids in the stand.
There's kids around
and you're being a role model for these kids that's there. And how many kids have we seen lately at the track? Tons of them.
Well, and going back to the sponsorship deal, that might cost you a sponsor.
Yeah.
It might keep you from gaining a sponsor, and certainly new fans. What were we going to say, Sam?
It's that whole negative thing. I mean, you're not going to be able to control your fans, but there's a lot of teams right now that literally don't have Facebook racing pages.
Right.
Like there's Joey Tanner Racing and there's the Langan Family Racing, and that's a way to promote it where the photographers can
Plain McLean Racing.
Yeah, they can post the pictures there. They can
Sure.